Hey everybody, so I am looking very mom today. I apologize for whatever I have on my shirt, but it's been a while. I don't know if you can tell, I have put on my editing cap. I'm trying to get rid of, or get a lot of stuff done, before some big things happen. And I have not had time or energy to sit down and film. The last one that I posted is week 22. And tomorrow I might be week 36. Ugh, so much for trying to do a weekly thing. It is really hard, you know. Kudos to people who are able to get it done. If there was a spot on the camera before, sorry, I'm not going back and fixing. I'm not redoing that intro, because I don't have a lot of time to do what I want to do in the first place. So anyway, okay, so the last thing that you guys saw was our gender reveal. We did the same thing that we did when we had our first kid. We did cupcakes, and we are having another boy! Yay! I don't know why my intuition was that it was gonna be a girl. I am not upset either way. I am super, super happy we're having another boy. This is gonna sound weird. I've always kind of felt that I was going to be a boy mom, just in the fact that, you know, I was going to have at least one boy. I am not surprised I am having another boy, I should say. So that's that. Yeah, so we pretty much had a name picked out from the beginning, because we did have two names as a possibility with our first, and we're gonna go with that second name. I'm very excited. So that would have been about week 26, I think, because we did find out kind of late, or we had our anatomy scan kind of late, and then we wanted to do the reveal with family when they were available. Long story short, it was about week 26 when we found out. Which brings me to the anatomy scan. The anatomy scan went really well. Everything looked good at that time. The weird thing we found out, I have a singular umbilical artery, a SUA. Basically what that means is usually there are, I believe it's 2 veins in an artery or 2 arteries in a vein. I think it's 2 arteries in a vein. So you usually, in your umbilical cord, you have like 3 holes when they're looking at it on in an ultrasound, and I only have 2. I don't want to say bad news, but because of that, there was a possibility that there could have been some complications. Thankfully, we have no complications. At the time, they said one of the things that we should look out for is his growth, because that can affect growth as well as other things. They didn't tell me what those other things are because they weren't affecting the baby at the time. So the only thing they were concerned about was growth, which is something they were already concerned about because of my high blood pressure, which also means, you know, they have to keep an eye on me for like preeclampsia and all that stuff. So I was going to be monitored anyway. They just suggested being monitored more. We did our anatomy scan through the MFM, the maternal fetal medicine office. So they had like a more in-depth anatomy scan. Everything was fine. Everything looked really good. He looks great. Looked great at the time. Not that that's changed, spoiler alert, but everything was really good at that point. That's the one appointment that my husband was able to go to, and I know that meant a lot to him because it's always nice to be able to see the baby. And that's pretty much it. Second trimester was really pretty good. Once we got past that, I think it was 20 weeks, I was really, like, the nausea was gone. I had a lot more energy. I wasn't feeling particularly like hurt or sore or anything like that. So second trimester really was pretty good. No complaints there. And let's see, so second trimester ended at 28 weeks. As for feeling the baby move, it was really pretty consistent. I only had a couple times where I really felt like I had to like lay down and do a kick count to make sure that he was definitely moving that day. But otherwise he did great. And that will lead us into the third trimester, which I will talk about. I'm going to do another video of that. Oh, I also started seeing my cardiologist. Well, I saw my cardiologist. I love her. She's very, very busy. So unfortunately, I've only had 1 or 2 appointments with her. I believe last time I had a lot more. But this time, they did up my prescription somewhere at the end of the second trimester. I was really starting to feel like my blood pressure was high. They confirmed that, upped my medication a little bit, and ever since then I've been totally fine. The best news is that I haven't had to go in for triage at all this time. That's super exciting. Especially because that would have meant like having to deal with my son being with my parents, and you know, it's just more time that they would have had to watch him. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just, you know, when there's extra things that you need to keep track of, that would have been stressful on its own. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the second trimester that's worth talking about. Second trimester is when I really started doing nesting. A lot of it was just like add a load of baby laundry to the current laundry that has to be done. We did get a lot of stuff we got the room reset up. I cleaned the furniture. And that's pretty much it. At that point, second trimester was basically done. And so there wasn't a lot more that happened. And so, not super exciting. I think that's where I'm going to end the second trimester thing. I'll try to keep this one short. And then we'll talk third trimester in the next video. So, until next time, thank you for watching my sporadic pregnancy journey. Bye.